It's a Friday night in November of 2023, so at this point I'm still on bail for my assault case, and I hear a knock on the door followed by a doorbell ring at around 2 o'clock in the morning on this particular night. Now, as soon as I hear this, I launch myself out of bed. First instinct is to grab my phone and I slide it into the slit that I've got in my mattress. Now, as I'm sliding my phone into the mattress, hiding it, I hear my mum get up out of bed, she's getting up to go and answer the front door, right? At which point I put on a shirt, open my bedroom door and start walking towards the front door. So I get there before she does. I catch her like halfway down the hallway and I tell her just to go back to bed, I'll get this one. So I answer the door, sure enough, it's two police officers. And they're just doing a bail check on me. They flash the light in my eyes like, hey mate, they ask for my name, tell them my name. I'm obviously who they're looking for, I'm the one on bail. But this whole year and a half that this court case was going on, I was paranoid the entire time. I was in this constant state of angst, just anticipating something bad to happen. And it never did. Got a perfect result, didn't get in any more trouble, didn't get arrested again, didn't get raided again. And I just wish I knew not to worry about things that weren't even inside of my control. That's something I've been big on in the past 6 months. I've learned so much, and I think it's important to know what you can and can't control and what you should and shouldn't worry about. If you can't control it, don't worry about this. And I think as teenagers, we especially have this issue. What's this person thinking of me? What's this person think about me? Oh, what's this teacher think about me? Does the girl I like me? What teachers am I gonna get this year? People talking shit about me? All of these things are outside of our control. But it's so fucking common that as teenagers, we worry about this shit. We get in our head about it. Oh no, this guy's talking shit about me and he might want to fight me at school, this and this. Who cares? You can't control it. And the common one that I'm sure we all face, that I faced in high school, is how popular am I? How many people do I hang around? How many friends do I have? What's this person think? What's this person think? What am I doing this weekend? Is what I'm doing this weekend going to be able to put on social media and make me look cool? It's like this constant yearn for approval, and when we don't get that approval, we seek validation, and we just start to get in our own heads. Like, next time you find yourself stressing about something, I want you to ask yourself, is what I'm worrying about currently in my control? Yes or no? And if it isn't, then you need to stress less. Stop worrying about it, because you cannot do anything to change it. Focus on your inputs, not your outputs. You cannot control the output, but you can for sure control the input, which may have some sort of impact on the output. But if it is in your control, if you go, you know what, I can change that, but I just haven't been fucked, do something about it. Otherwise, stop complaining. If it's your fault and you know it's your fault and you know you can change it, but you're just too lazy to, you're getting what you deserve, because if you're willing to complain about something, you should sure as shit be willing to do something to fix it and alter the outcome of whatever it is you're complaining about. And I wish I knew in high school how much relationships actually relate to your stress and your stress tolerance. I was in a really toxic relationship, both on my end and hers. I wasn't a very nice guy, and we weren't very nice to each other. And I was just constantly stressed all the time. I would go to school anticipating a fight, because I would fight with her every single day. I'd fight with her at school, get home from the gym, fight with her over FaceTime. We'd end up making up right before we go to bed. Next day it was the same again. But because I was going to school anticipating this every day, it happened. Our mind constantly seeks out external proof of what we tell her. So if we tell her, I'm going to have a fight, it's going to look for something externally to back up that claim. If you tell your mind, I'm super successful, I'm super rich, I'm super happy, I'm super loved, it's going to look for proof externally to back up that claim. And so you're going to start to believe it more and more. This is why people say you are what you believe. You think about every single human being that does walk the face of this earth and has ever, in the history of mankind, walked the face of this earth. Everyone is a sum of their beliefs, what they've been told their whole life, what they've been taught. Knowledge is power. The more knowledge you have over something, the more power you have in any given situation, the more power you have in the output of that situation. But it's still you focusing on your inputs. This is why learning and knowledge is so fucking important. Because if you want to complain about something that, it may not be in your control, perhaps if you had more knowledge and you were a little bit more educated on the topic, it would be in your control, right? But going back to the relationship, you think about things that are in your control, all right? Fighting, that's in your control. You can easily de-escalate a fight. I would always escalate the fight. I'd say things to provoke her. I would say things because I just wanted to be right. I wanted to win the argument. I cared less about actually being morally right and more about just winning the argument and being right, if you know what I mean. So the things I could have done in this situation, which one of them I did end up doing, I could have left her. That's what I did. I could have stayed with her and worked on the relationship, stopped fighting with her, worked on myself and made better decisions, but I didn't choose to do that. But you need to understand, this is something I learned from JT Fox himself. There are no excuses, there's just choices. And in life, if you want something bad enough, you make the choice. If not, you'll make an excuse. And the excuse is always the wrong answer because it's a fact. If you want something bad enough, you will make the choice. If you don't, then you're going to be like, oh no, I can't do it because of this reason and this reason. And the only reason this guy was able to do it is because, you know, he had something that I didn't. No, it's because you're lazy and you can't be bothered. Guys and girls, humans in general, we stress for many reasons. Sometimes it can be because there's a situation, perhaps it's in our control, perhaps it isn't. Maybe we're stressing because we have work we know we need to do and we haven't done it. And as this work compounds, becomes more and more, it becomes more of a stressful task to face, more of a stressful task to start. And so we become more and more stressed and we go down this downward spiral and we're in this constant mental turmoil because of it. But I'll just tell you this, if you can shorten the amount of time in which it takes you to take action from the period of initially thinking about taking action, boom, you're gonna be successful. Because guess what? This person over here, he thought about doing it. Get 6 months later, he still hasn't done it. If this is you, you're in the same position as him. He thinks about doing it, you think about doing it, but this is you here. You bridge that gap. You start in a few days. He starts in 6 months. I had a message the other day of this guy telling me 6 months ago he was talking about starting YouTube, but you know, he got in his head about it and he was like, oh, why? I don't even know why I should do it because I feel like these people are going to judge me and what's actually the point? And I don't know if my mates are going to make fun of me. I don't want to be that guy at school that gets made fun of because he has a YouTube channel. But guess what? I started 6 months ago. I had 0 subscribers 6 months ago. And look at where I've gotten to now. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. He thought about it, I thought about it, I took action, he didn't. He still hasn't. And I'm not making fun of this guy, I use it as a prime example of what I'm saying here. The hardest part is in starting. That is the most stressful part of anything. Starting because you don't have the results yet. Everyone else is going to be right until you do have the results. But I sure as shit don't care now. I didn't care when I started what people thought, and I sure as shit do not care what people think now, because I've achieved what I said I was going to achieve in a lesser time period. I'm laughing my way to the bank. I'm fucking cheering. And so long as you keep putting off whatever it is you're putting off, starting your YouTube channel, whatever, you're going to be in this constant state of angst. You're constantly going to be stressing. You're going to be in this constant turmoil because you know you could be doing it and you know you should be doing it, but you're scared of what everyone else thinks. You're scared of the outcome. Is it in my control? Is it not? So next time you find yourself stressing, think, can I take action here? What can I take action on? What can I do to make this happen faster, make this decision faster, and do that? And for the love of God, just make sure you are not stressing about things that are outside of your control. And if they are in your control, fix them. Now, this was a lovely way to start a Monday morning, but an even better way to start a Monday morning is to click that top link in the description. That's going to take you to my online school community. I'm currently helping over 30 young guys and girls change their lives every single day, one day at a time, getting my help personally every single weekend. So if that sounds like something that may be of interest, click the top link in the description. Stay grinding, G.